Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why the New York Jets will win the Super Bowl. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to comment on what to do next, and enjoy. So the first reason is Aaron Rodgers, alright? I mean, hear me out. Hear me out, guys. For all you non-believers, Aaron Rodgers, before he got injured last year, he was making some crazy throws in training camp. And a lot of his teammates were very respective of him and looked to him as the leader of the team. Even more than Robert Sala, which I'll get to later on in this video. But even in his last full season in 2022, Aaron Rodgers had a great year for average quarterback standards. For his standards, not really, but look, he had similar numbers to Jordan Love last year. And Jordan Love is considered a top 10 quarterback by some people now. So honestly, Aaron Rodgers is a very, very good quarterback for the Jets right now. The second reason why the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl is because of their weapons. And by weapons, I mean Breece Hall. Check out Breece Hall, dude. If you ever watched some Breece Hall highlights, you know what I mean. Breece Hall is a beast, dude. He could go for 200 yards in a game easily, depending on the defense and depending on the offensive line. And now that the Jets have an elite offensive line, I think Breece Hall will be a huge factor into the key to the Jets making the playoffs and hopefully winning the Super Bowl. The third reason why the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl is because of the wide receivers, especially Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson obviously is the number one star on the team for receiver-wise, but also don't forget about Mike Williams and all the young guys. Look, I mean, Xavier Gibson played well last year in his rookie role. Hopefully, guys like Jason Brownlee step up, and hopefully Lazard steps up, dude. If Lazard could step up well, then the Jets wide receiver room should be no problem at all, especially when the top teams in the game don't have great wide receiver rooms, like the Chiefs, the Bills. They don't have great wide receiver rooms, but they're still very successful. So my fourth reason for the Jets to win the Super Bowl is the offensive line. As I mentioned before, the offensive line is looking great this year. They added future Hall of Fame left tackle Tyron Smith, who just last year was ranked as a top 5 tackle in the entire league by Pro Football Focus. So let's be honest here, he's still a top lineman in the league. Another mention I want to give is to Morgan Moses. And he has been very consistent. He was on the Ravens last year, but he also did play for the Jets previously. And he has been a consistent offensive lineman in the entire league. Also, I want to mention John Simpson, who was a new addition. He was also from the Ravens last year. So the Jets picked up 2 offensive linemen from the Ravens. And obviously the Ravens were a really good team last year, so that's pretty good. 2 starting offensive linemen from the Ravens. But anyway, John Simpson only gave 1 sack at all last year. And that obviously I know it's only a guard, so it's not that big of a deal, but that's still pretty good. Let's not also forget Joe Tippmann, as he is going to be entering his second year, and he will be looking like a very, very, very capable center in the league. So the fifth reason is, let's be honest here, the cornerback room. I think we all knew this was going to be here, but look, the best cornerback room in the league. Let's be honest here. Sauce Gardner with his third year in the league. DJ Reed with his third year in the league as well, and Michael Carter, 4th year in the league with the Jets. So honestly, this team has a lot of experience, especially the corners. They have a lot of experience with each other, and I feel like they're a very talented group. I mean, especially Sauce Gardner, obviously 2 first-team All-Pros. But look, don't forget about DJ Reed. He has been locked down for the Jets the past 2 years, so he's been great. Don't forget about Michael Carter, the slot guy. He has been very well. He's ranked as one of the top slot cornerbacks of Pro Football Focus. So, obviously, corner is definitely a strength for the Jets. The sixth reason why the Jets will win the Super Bowl is because of their defensive line. Let me show you someone named Quinton Williams. He is insane. Even though, look, he hasn't been putting up huge sack numbers or first-team All-Pros, but look, he has been, in my opinion, a top 3 interior defensive lineman in the entire league the past couple years. He has been very, very productive. Even though he hasn't been getting sacks, he has been getting pressures. He's been getting tackled for losses. He has been amazing. The next thing I want to get to is Hassan Reddick. I mean, look, hear me out. I know he hasn't played a snap with the Jets yet, but look, 4 seasons in a row with 10+ sacks. That's ridiculous, dude. That's all-star level, all-pro level right there. That's just really great. Also, the Jets need him to replace Bryce Huff, who was very good for the Jets for the past couple of years. But look, Hassan Reddick, he's going to have to step up. And even though he hasn't been participating in training camp yet, I feel like he will definitely play this year no matter what. So he will be productive. On a contract year, he will prove himself. I feel like he's definitely like a 12-sack guy at least. He's going to be very productive this year. Last thing I want to mention is, look, Jermaine Johnson. Look, he made the Pro Bowl last year. He was on the up and up last year. He played really well for his second year, and he is just only going to get better. I feel like he could definitely be a 10-plus sack guy, a very consistent rusher in this league. I think he's going to be great. And one final mention for the defensive line is I'm going to be talking about Will McDonald, the first-round pick of last year. Even though he didn't have a great year last year, he was only a rookie, and he didn't get a lot of playing time. He only played 27% of the snaps. So, look, Will McDonald, he is going to break out this year, I hope. Hopefully, he has a Jermaine Johnson type year. He gets like 8 sacks even. That would just be great. I would love to see that. But look, the Jets defensive line is stacked, especially on the edge part. So I'm very glad as a Jets fan to have this defensive line. The 7th reason for the Jets to be Super Bowl contenders is the linebackers. The linebackers are just insane. Look, you got C.J. Mosley, a very established linebacker, first-team All-Pro, second-team All-Pro caliber linebacker. And he has just been a very consistent linebacker for the Jets and for the Ravens for his entire career. I don't forget about Quincy Williams though. Quincy Williams, first team All-Pro last year. He had a breakout year last year. When Jeff Ulbrich said in training camp that the Jets had the best linebacker in the league, I mean, I didn't really believe it. But look, after last year, I think Quincy Williams proved himself. The only thing he struggles with is sometimes he makes very dumb penalties and dumb tackle attempts, and he missed tackles. But other than that, he's been a really underrated piece of the Jets defense. My 8th reason is the Jets special teams. Look at it. Look, the Jets special teams is, I'm not going to lie, it is top 3 at least. It is very elite. Look, I mean, kicker, you got Greg Zuerlein, Greg the Leg. Greg the Leg, he has a huge leg. I mean, he could kick it for 60 yards, really. He'd probably break the NFL record. He could hit a 67-yarder. He's been very accurate, too, for the Jets, and he has just been great all around. I also want to mention Thomas Morstead, obviously. Thomas Morstead, he was responsible alone for the Jets winning that Giants game last year, and he has just been great for the Jets. I mean, Thomas Morstead, he's been one of the top punters in the league for a while, but with the Jets last year, he really helped out, and hopefully he could keep that up for the next couple of years. And now a returner, look, honestly, I don't know who's going to be the returner, but Gibson was like okay last year, but I mean, I don't know. They have a lot of guys coming in, so let's see if any of them could pan out. My 9th reason for the Jets winning the Super Bowl this year is the rest of the league. And hear me out when I say this. I mean, the AFC, look, obviously you got the top teams like the Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, even Ravens, but like none of them have the same chemistry as the Jets do. Like obviously the Chiefs, right? They have Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, if you remove him, they don't really have too much. They lost a lot of their defense. They have no receivers still, and they're just getting a lot older. And on the flip side, like the Bills, they lost all their receivers. They lost a lot of their defense. So I feel like the Jets could easily make a run in the playoffs if they don't get the number 1 seed. My 10th and final reason for the Jets winning the Super Bowl this year is the fact that they finally have a good chance to win the AFC East. And you guys might be looking at me like, what are you talking about? Like the Bills, Dolphins, they are both very good teams. I hear you, but look, the Bills, they lost their entire defense to free agency, and they have not been looking good. Otherwise, I mean, there's been a lot of bad rumors going around about them. So, honestly, the Bills might be in trouble. I feel like they will definitely be still very good, but I don't think they're going to win the division. I think the Jets have a great shot. The Dolphins, on the other hand, look, their offense is really good. I'm not going to lie about that, but Tua isn't that proven, and their defense still is very consistent. They lost a couple pieces as well in free agency. So that's it. Those are my top 10 reasons why the Jets will win the Super Bowl this year, and I appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Turn on the notifications bell for more, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.